G'day everyone and welcome to the tutorial for Laps Around the Sun by Ziggy Alberts. This was requested by one of the viewers of one of the last tutorials that I did. This song, I've been holding off on doing it for a little while just because I wanted to make sure that I learnt it properly, the exact way that Ziggy plays it from live videos and just listening to it and stuff like that. I will start this video off by saying it's a hard song. It was definitely not designed for any beginners. But I'll try my best to break it down the easiest way possible and hopefully teach you guys at home. Let's get into it. Okay, so firstly this song requires a capo on the 5th fret, but it's not in standard tuning either. The tuning from the top is E, A, C sharp, E, B, E. So I'll show you how I get into that tuning. To get the D string to a C sharp, I use the C sharp note on the 2nd string. So I just sort of... always go a little bit past it to tune back up so that it holds its tune. Okay. And then to tune the G string to an E, which is a full step down, I like to use the top E. I'm not sure why, it just gives it a better tune, I think. I think that's right. And then you just chuck the capo on the 5th fret, and away you go. Okay, so the chords for this song, I'm not sure what they actually are, I just know where they go. So the first chord is on the 7th fret. You have your middle finger and your ring finger on the A string and what was the D string. Both in the 7th fret, just on the 2nd and 3rd strings. Sounds like that. The second chord that you'll need is you have your index finger and you place that on the 5th fret of the D string. I'm going to call it the D string even though it's a C sharp. And then you take your middle finger and place it on the 6th fret of the A string. Should sound like that. You slide that exact shape down to the 3rd and 4th frets. That's the 3rd chord. And then the 4th and final chord for the verse is your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the D string and you play that with the A string. So I'll slow it down. The strumming pattern is a little bit confusing, but I'll play it slowly just to try and show you guys that it's a little complex, but alright, let's see what we can do. So, to break that down, it's kind of... So how I like to play it is you sort of, with your thumb, you strike the chord. And then with your ring finger, your middle finger on your right hand, you strike the B string. So it's like you stroke the chord and then the B string. And then with your index finger, you just hit the bottom note of the chord, which is the D string. So, and then you do 2 strikes of the chord. So it's like. So you got the strike and the pick with the middle finger, then you use your index finger on the bottom note, and then you do a double strike with the middle finger on the B, and then you use the index finger on the bottom note of the chord, and then you hit it once again before you move to the next chord, where you pretty much do the same thing. So that's like, and then you start the next chord. But on this one, there's a little hammer on, so it's like, so with that, you do your strike the chord, then you hit the B string, then you hit the D string, and then you do a down, down, but you do a pick with the finger to do the hammer on the D string, so like a, and then you hit the B string after it, so it's like a, and after you hit the B string, you hit the D string again, so one more time, so it's like, the same chord progression, or chord shape, sorry, down to the next fret, or the 3rd and 4th fret I should say, and then you pretty much do the same thing again. You do the, except your hammer on is on the G string, which is now the E string, and that's just a quick little, you play it and pull it off, so it's like a, so that's the same down, up, and then you do the D string, so then on the 4th fret it gets a little bit, not the 4th fret, the 4th chord, where you just got your middle finger on the 3rd fret, Jesus, there's a little bit of hammer-on action and stuff happening on the G string. So with this chord, you hit the A string, then the D string, then the A string again, then you hit the G string, but when you hit the G string, you do a hammer on to the 2nd and the 4th, and then pull off, and then you hammer on the 2nd again, and then you hit the B string, and then you move back to the start. So I'll play that slowly. It's like, no. So slowly. Yeah, that was it. And then it's back to the start for the. Okay, then the pre-chorus, where it's like the "Oh, how much is left to learn." It's like, which consists of 7. So you got 9 and 11 on the 9 on the E string, 11 on the A string, but you play all the strings at once, so that. Then you slide that shape down to the 7th and 9th, and then you slide it again down to the 5th and 7th. Alright, now for the chorus. The chorus follows pretty much the same sort of picking style of the rest of the song, just without the intricacies, I would say. So the first chord of the chorus is you have your index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and then you put your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the D string. And then the second chord, we're back up here for 7, 9. Then we take this chord, slide it up to 9 and 11. And then we slide this chord back down to 5, 7. So those chords are this. And then the strumming pattern is basically one strike, the B string. Yeah, so one strike, hit the B string, then your index finger sort of does a little, it strikes a couple of little chords, not chords, strings towards the bottom. So it's like strike, pick, little flick, I guess you would say. But it follows that same sort of strike, pick, flick, strike, strike, pick, flick, strike before you move to the next chord. I don't know if that makes sense. Am I just rambling now? But strike, pick, flick, strike, strike, pick, flick, strike. Now slowly. And that's the song, pretty much. Once you can nail the sort of tricky picking pattern, you can do the entire song. I mean, at the end of the day, like in the chorus, you could even just strum it, like. Sounds just as good. So that's it for the song, guys. Thanks for coming along and watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you want any other covers done. I appreciate the support. Cheers. See you later.